When you hear the rhythm of New Jack Swing, you're hearing the fingerprint of Teddy Riley. The producer who helped define late 80s and 90s R&B didn't just make hits, he shaped culture. Today, far from the flashing studio lights, his Virginia home reflects a quieter side of that legacy: family, focus, and the life behind the music. But long before the awards, before the platinum plaques, there was a kid in Harlem who could already hear rhythms most adults couldn't. Teddy Riley was born Edward Theodore Riley on October 8, 1967, in New York City. He grew up in the St. Nicholas houses in Harlem. Not in luxury, but in culture. Music wasn't a hobby there. It was survival. It was identity. By the age of 5, Teddy was already playing instruments at church. That's where discipline met talent. His uncle owned the Rooftop Club in Harlem and built a small recording studio inside. For most kids, that would have been a playground. For Teddy, it became a laboratory. He spent hours absorbing sound, experimenting, watching how records were made. By 14, local rappers were already using his beats. Think about that. Still a teenager, and grown artists trusted his ear. And then ambition kicked in. As a teenager, he formed a group called Kids at Work, encouraged by producer Gene Griffin. Their self-titled album dropped in 1984, marking his official entry into the industry. By 18, he produced Kool Moe Dee's Go See the Doctor, which cracked the Billboard Hot 100. It wasn't just a placement, it was proof. Teddy Riley wasn't just talented, he was ready. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 1987, he formed the group Guy with Aaron Hall and Timmy Gatling. With Guy, he introduced a sound that blended R&B vocals with hip-hop drum patterns, what the world would soon call New Jack Swing. Their debut album went double platinum. The future followed with platinum success. Songs like Groove Me, I Like, and Let's Chill climbed into the top 10. This wasn't just success, this was movement building. Even Hollywood noticed. His track, My Fantasy, appeared on the soundtrack of Do the Right Thing and hit #1 on the R&B chart. The sound of Harlem was now global. But Teddy didn't stop at one group. In the early 90s, he formed Blackstreet. Their 1996 album, Another Level, changed the game again. And then came No Diggity, featuring Dr. Dre and Queen Pen. The song hit #1 across multiple Billboard charts, sold millions, and won a Grammy in 1998. It even re-entered the UK charts 16 years later. That's not just a hit. That's cultural permanence. Blackstreet followed with more chart success, while Teddy expanded behind the scenes. He collaborated with icons like Michael Jackson, Patti LaBelle, Snoop Dogg, and Lady Gaga. He even formed QDT with Snoop Dogg and DJ Quick, always evolving, always experimenting. By the 2010s, production slowed, but influence didn't. Younger artists like Pharrell Williams have acknowledged early exposure to Riley's studio environment. In 2019, he received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a formal recognition of what fans already knew. And now in the 2020s, he remains active through live shows, Versus battles, and legacy tours. In early 2026, he released his memoir, Remember the Times, reflecting on Harlem beginnings, creative breakthroughs, and lessons learned. The book isn't just nostalgia, it's documentation of a movement he helped build. From Harlem housing projects to shaping global R&B, Teddy Riley's journey is about vision meeting opportunity. And after building a sound that influenced generations, the question becomes personal. Where does the architect of New Jack Swing call home today? House in Virginia. After shaping the sound of an entire generation, Teddy Riley chose something very different from the loud energy of Harlem studios. In Virginia, his home reflects balance, spacious, refined, and quietly confident. The property spans roughly 4,660 square feet across 3 levels, with 4 bedrooms and 4 full bathrooms. But numbers don't tell the whole story. Walk inside and the first thing you notice is light. The ceilings rise nearly 10 feet high, creating an open, breathable atmosphere. Hardwood floors stretch across the master suites and study, while custom trim and plantation shutters add a classic Southern elegance. The finishes feel updated and modern yet warm, not flashy. The kitchen stands out immediately. Granite countertops anchor the space, paired with rich cherry wood cabinetry and GE profile stainless steel appliances. There's a breakfast bar that feels built for casual mornings or late-night conversations. Under-cabinet lighting adds subtle detail, and the dining area is drenched in natural sunlight. It's easy to imagine music playing softly while family gathers around. From the main living and dining areas, glass doors open onto a private patio and courtyard. That indoor-outdoor flow makes the home perfect for relaxed entertaining. It's not hard to picture industry friends stopping by, conversations about music drifting into the evening air. There's also a separate study just off the living room, a practical space for reflection, writing, or business calls. For a producer whose mind never truly stops creating, having that dedicated corner matters. The master suite on the ground floor feels intentionally calm. Farmhouse-style shutters soften the light. A spacious walk-in closet provides room without clutter. The bathroom features dual sinks, a frameless shower with seating, and a soaking tub that invites you to slow down. Step outside, and the mood shifts to serenity. Mature landscaping surrounds the home, offering privacy and a natural buffer from the outside world. An irrigation system keeps everything green. Solar lighting adds soft evening glow. The garage itself is larger and deeper than average, complete with a pull-down attic staircase and a side entry door. It's the kind of detail that speaks to convenience and function. Located on a quiet cul-de-sac, just steps from a clubhouse, shopping, and resort-style amenities, including access to a golf course, the setting feels secure and self-contained. Peaceful, but not isolated. And while Virginia offers that grounded lifestyle, he has also continued spending time in Dallas, Texas in recent years, balancing creative life with personal comfort. Now that we've stepped inside his world, how has decades of influence translated into financial success, income, and net worth? When people talk about influence, they often assume the money always matches the legacy. But with Teddy Riley, the financial story is more complex than the hits suggest. As of February 2026, his net worth is estimated at under $1 million. For a man who helped shape modern R&B, that number surprises many. And it reflects both major success and serious financial setbacks. At his peak in the 1990s, Riley commanded between $150,000 and $250,000 per song or remix. But due to management disputes and unfavorable deals, he has said he often received only $10,000 to $15,000. For Keith Sweat's multi-platinum 1987 debut album, he reportedly received just $1,500 up front, despite later estimating he was owed millions as a 5-point producer under Warner Brothers. That gap between value and payout defined much of his early financial journey. Still, production remains a core income stream. He has worked with icons like Michael Jackson on Dangerous, crafted hits for Keith Sweat, and built catalogs with Guy and Blackstreet. Today, while he produces less frequently, he still contributes to modern R&B and even K-pop projects, adding active income alongside royalties. Songwriting also plays a major role. He holds credits on massive hits like No Diggity and Remember the Time. No Diggity alone generated around $1.5 million in total earnings, with Riley receiving a significant but undisclosed share. Ongoing streaming, radio airplay, and licensing continue to generate steady, passive revenue. In fact, royalties form the backbone of his current earnings. From album credits, licensing deals, and catalog streaming, he has reportedly earned upward of $1 million annually in recent years, with estimates between $750,000 and $1.25 million during strong cycles like 2018 to 2020. Classic albums like Guy's self-titled debut and The Future generated millions historically, even though poor deals reportedly cost him $20 to $30 million over time. Financial struggles also shaped his story. In 2002, he filed for bankruptcy, owing the IRS roughly $1 million in unpaid taxes. In 2006, his Virginia home was sold for $1.5 million, with proceeds used to settle debts. It was a reset, painful but necessary. Teddy Riley's financial journey reflects a broader truth about the music industry. Influence doesn't always equal ownership. Yet despite past losses, he continues earning from the very sound he helped create. And beyond the numbers, there's another measure of wealth: how he chooses to give back. Philanthropy. Long before philanthropy became a branding strategy, Teddy Riley understood something deeply personal. Music saved him. One of the organizations most closely linked to his name is Real Talk Youth Impact, a group centered on youth empowerment and mentorship. Through personal development programs and music-driven initiatives, the focus is simple: guide young people toward purpose. Riley's involvement reflects his belief that talent needs direction. Inspiration alone isn't enough. Young artists need structure, guidance, and someone who believes in them. Back in the mid-1990s, when his career was at full speed, he also helped establish what became known as the Teddy Riley Youth Foundation. Based around the Virginia Beach and Hampton Roads communities, where he had strong ties, the foundation aimed to provide scholarships and support to underprivileged youth. Charity concerts and community festivals weren't just performances. They were bridges. They connected opportunity with neighborhoods that often lacked access. Now, even in 2026, that mindset continues. In recent interviews, Riley has spoken about plans to rebuild his former Future Records studio in Virginia Beach, not as a commercial space, but as a youth-focused extracurricular center in partnership with local youth clubs. The goal? Give kids a creative outlet, a safe place, a reason to choose rhythm over risk. It's a powerful, full-circle vision, turning the very environment that launched his career into a tool for prevention and empowerment. Beyond structured foundations, his charitable footprint stretches wider. He has supported music education and therapy programs for children with disabilities, participated in charity auctions linked to events like the American Music Awards, and contributed to organizations such as the Grammy Foundation. He has appeared at charity concerts, including events associated with the Tom Joyner Foundation, using performance as a platform for giving. Even during the uncertainty of 2020, he joined impromptu live stream fundraisers for COVID-19 relief efforts. That willingness to show up, even digitally, speaks to consistency. And while his public efforts continue shaping communities, there's still the man behind the mentor, the father, the private thinker, the life he lives beyond the stage. Personal life. At 58, Teddy Riley no longer moves with the urgency of a young producer trying to prove himself. He moves with intention. These days, his life feels centered. Family, health, creativity, and protecting the legacy he spent decades building. He often describes himself as a night owl. Inspiration doesn't punch a time clock, and neither does he. Many nights, while the house is quiet, he's still in his home studio programming drum patterns on the MPC, layering chords in Logic, experimenting with new sounds. Music isn't a job he clocks into. It's a rhythm he lives inside. Health has become just as important as hits. Riley is known for maintaining a strict diet and pushing himself physically. He walks or jogs regularly, even in intense heat. To him, discipline equals longevity. After decades in a demanding industry, staying strong matters. Family remains at the center. Though he keeps details about his spouse private, he openly speaks about being a father to 9 children. One of his sons, affectionately called Baby Teddy, is someone he proudly describes as a role model. That pride feels genuine. For a man who grew up navigating complex industry deals at a young age, watching his children grow with clearer footing means everything. He's also never lost his adventurous side. Over the years, he has skydived over Palm, Dubai, calling it terrifying and exhilarating at the same time, and paraglided in the Bahamas. He once enjoyed theme parks like Six Flags, but eventually stepped back, joking about insurance risks. Even risk-takers learn when to slow down. Of course, long careers carry controversy. His business disputes with former manager Gene Griffin shaped much of his financial history. Riley has spoken openly about losing millions through unfavorable contracts, filing lawsuits, and later forgiving Griffin, even placing a flower on his grave, as he shared in his 2026 memoir, Remember the Times. That chapter included bankruptcy in 2002 due to tax debt and being impacted by a Ponzi scheme in 2008. Painful lessons, but lessons nonetheless. More recently, while promoting his memoir, he faced backlash after suggesting possible collaboration discussions involving R. Kelly. His comments were criticized as insensitive. Riley later issued a public apology, clarifying that appreciating music does not mean excusing harmful behavior. It was a moment that reminded many how quickly public conversations evolve, and how carefully words must be chosen. Through it all, Teddy Riley remains reflective, not reckless, just aware. From Harlem beginnings to shaping an entire sound, from setbacks to second chances, his story is still unfolding. If you enjoyed this deep dive inside the life behind the hits, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Thank you for continuing to support the channel and grow with us. We truly appreciate every view, every comment, and every story we share together. See you in the next episode.